Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Summer Allen,
I'm Dr. Felicia Vassell.
and we are with Confident Concoctions. So we come to you this morning with a natural hair care product line that we want to present to you. Did you know that currently in the market there is not a single customizable natural hair care product line, a line where women can go and customize products based off their hair goals, how they wear their hair, or even the scent that they would like their hair to smell like? As a result, Confident Concoctions, the two of us, provides a customizable hair solution that provides customers with real results. So as you see, it's two components, the customization of the products as well as the results. There is a problem in the natural hair care industry. Currently, women who have the natural hair care journey, as Felicia and I both did, we used to wear perms, and so we decided we wanted to wear our own natural curls. We wanted to find our curl pattern. But the problem is we couldn't find the products that actually worked for us. The results that they said that were on the bottle, we didn't get in our hair. They didn't work. We were unable to style on the go. Sometimes a hairstyle would take us 4 hours to accomplish. Unreasonable for the lifestyles that we live. Another problem is because we keep trying to find multiple products, we wind up being product junkies. If you look under our cabinet, we have upwards of 50 different products trying to accomplish one goal, good hair. And last but not least, going through all of these challenges cost us a lot of money. And so we were frustrated. So as a result, Felicia has a daughter who has hair that is different from hers. We realized the hair is unique. Her hair is different from my hair. Her daughter's hair is even different from her hair. We were switching products, buying all these different products, trying to find a solution. Nothing was working. So what we came up with is creating products based off of individuals' personal needs. So we created a natural hair care product line that encompasses 4 different things. And so the solutions that we came up with is real natural ingredients. All of the ingredients that we use are sourced from all over the world. We make the products ourselves, so they're handmade products. Another aspect is they're customized, and we'll talk about the customization of the products and how that happens. But the customization of the products takes into account the individual's hair goals. Basically, if you want moisture retention, if you want your curl pattern to be more defined, if you want your hair to grow. It also takes into account their porosity. We have a regimen system that is then matched up against that customization. So based off how you wear your hair and what your goals are, we have a system that will actually populate a regimen out of our 10 products that will populate 4 products that will meet your specific need. And last but not least, we offer hair consultation. We know the hair care journey is something that can be a challenge. We went through that ourselves. We were always online looking at YouTube videos trying to figure things out. So what we offer is consultative services over the phone or via WebEx or any type of media to be able to answer the questions of our customers as they have them as they go through their hair care journey. So how does it work? Our products are actually based off of some technology. Customers go online and they take a hair care assessment where they answer a series of questions, again, asking them what is your hair goal, how do you wear your hair, what is the porosity of your hair, and based off of those top questions, the system populates an actual regimen for them to use. And it's based off of 4 different products that we have identified, the oils, the butters that are appropriate for that person's hair and for them to accomplish their goals. So we customize it, and then based off that, you get the results that you're looking for. The only one that really gives you the customization, even down to the scent. The customer even gets to pick the scent that they want for their particular products.
So in the customer profile, you get to also, when you do your assessment in the profile, we've identified that women have a lifestyle. We change our hair based on seasonal changes, whether it's summer, winter, or you're going on vacation, you actually change your hair. So in their profile, they get to create personas where they can easily identify, I want this system because I'm going to do this next. I want it for this scent also for that time period as well there. We've identified about 6 regimens that goes from wash and go. You do braids in your hair. You want to wear your hair natural as this. Maybe you're transitioning or you have locks already. So something that will end up maintaining that style longer that you would like for that particular time period. So based on the industry, hair is a $2.5 $4 billion industry. We've identified that women will pay 9 times more for ethnic targeted products, which gives us a pretty good margin, a healthy margin here, with our cost being $49 for those 4 items. And as Summer stated, women are having about 50 different items under their cabinets just to maintain one particular style because they're trying so hard here. While hair is a big business, it is also very personal, it's emotional, it's also psychological. A huge part of it is our identity, it's our confidence. Hence the reason why we named this brand Confident Concoctions. We really wanted to give women something they can believe in, they can trust, that it will give them the real results that they wanted. So we've identified that influencer marketing. Influencer has the greatest social powers to recommend products to women. They believe these women who provide these educational components, which is the greatest issue that we find in the market is education. Because we're searching for different things, we're trying anything from different concoctions on social media and YouTube and the internet. Google search alone will populate different things if you're just looking for moisture. They're recommending different things in forms that don't work either, unfortunately. We've noticed that sponsored ads, we've micro-targeted our consumers to bring it down to the level of geographical location. We get a lot of traction from Ohio, Texas, New York, Georgia, which are some of the states that really spend a lot of money on hair care. In terms of our affiliate program, because women are creating this content, we also set up a revenue share, which they'll get a unique code through our system. They design their profile, they get a unique code. When they do videos, they take pictures, anything like that, it will also generate a code for them. So anyone who buys through their code will share at least 10%. As their sales increase, we can increase that and possibly double that because of our sizable margin with our products. We do currently do trade shows. As you can see, our products are here. We do set it up so people can get a really good idea of all the different type of systems we do offer in that regiment. So, and we also offer something called a hair party. It's like a Tupperware party. We'll come out to your house. We will meet up with your girlfriends. We do have stuff for guys too. Guys are interested. But we really will help educate you. We do those live demonstrations. Women want to see results, period. They don't care what it will cost. They will pay for it if you give them the results that they want. And it has to be lasting. Of course, we live in a cost-conscious world. We want to be able to spend our money on things that gives value and gives us meaning and purpose there. So that's kind of our go-to-market strategy. And this is our team. My background is I have a doctorate in physical therapy. I have extensive knowledge in gross anatomy, neuroscience, pathology. So when we designed this product, I took my skills as a therapist to really use it to customize products. As a therapist, just because you have a rotator cuff and they have a rotator cuff tear, it's not the same because you're different. And that was the philosophy going into this. So I'll tell you a little bit about Moses. Moses is actually the CEO of a company called SMG out in the Valley. They do more of marketing and social media kind of loyalty programs. And he will tell you he's the only bald head guy that sells hair products.
And last but not least, again, I'm Summer, and my background is in organizational change and leadership. I have a doctorate in that from USC. And so I really like to think about the consumer and work with the consumer and identify, what it is that their needs are and kind of build our strategy as far as the trade shows as well as the hair parties around that.
Okay. So feel free also to come up, touch the product, smell it, enjoy the Confident experience.
Thank you.
First of all, awesome presentation. It's been a pleasure working with y'all, and you knocked it out of the park. I mean, it's great. It was really, really well done. So, know your product well. You're answering one of my questions, because one of the things we never talked about is there a care product for men, and you said you do have something. But it's really, I mean, I guess as the company grows, it would not just be limited to women. It could grow a bigger segment for the men's market as well, right?
Oh, if you knew the things in her mind. If you knew the things in her mind. We have products on hold for men, for children as well as products that are for body as well. And everything is all natural, 100%. So she makes them all herself, and they're amazing.
Fantastic.
So they have to curb my enthusiasm.
Phases.
Because I'm usually like, oh, I got this idea. Let me go upstairs. Let me figure this out.
Boom in a China cap.
Awesome. All right, let's open up some questions from the audience, and we'll get started.
Oh, sure. Thanks. Great presentation, a great concept. Just two questions. Is your strategy just online, or are you looking at a retail strategy? And then the second is, what's the shelf life of your product?
All right, great question. I really want to start with the second one because you asked about shelf life. And because they are natural products, we do recommend that they are used within 1 year. We do have preservatives in there, but we don't use a lot of preservatives just because we want to keep more of the natural component. And we tell anyone who has any type of hair products, if they're in your cabinet and you've had them more than 5 years, throw them away. Nothing should last that long that is natural that you should be putting on your body or in your body. There you go. As far as going to retail side, we are focusing right now on the e-commerce side of the business and really trying to grow in that aspect, as well as the direct sale using the affiliates as well as the hair parties. So that's the second phase. We think retail will come a lot later on in our growth model.
I was going to ask a question about the retail strategy as well, but first of all, your presentation was awesome,
thank you.
extremely confident. I really enjoyed it, very informative, and it hit on all of the key points that the Kaufman Foundation recommends. So fantastic job on that. And I'm really happy to see the product line as well. Obviously, I might be a potential customer for it. I am a potential customer. We can certainly talk about me hosting a house party. I'm happy to do that as well. On the retail strategy, I was going to ask about that. I was a little bit surprised that you're focusing on e-commerce after hearing you answer Andrew's question, just because of the shipping costs associated with the product. So how are you planning to, account for those shipping costs? Because shampoo and other liquid products, they are very heavy.
They are. We build that into the price because our margins are we have such a cushion with our margins, it's built into the actual cost.
And then what about independent contractors? Like when you think about the Mary Kay model, the Avon model, I have not seen a company yet that's been very successful in having, people kind of going door to door, doing parties like what you just mentioned. Is that part of your house party strategy, or will you manage it yourselves?
Well, it's part of our growth model, maybe second phase normally, because we really have to build up, like I said, education is really key. Our products are a little bit different, so we have to get the educational piece for people to have the brand awareness of what we do. But we do intend to have independent distributors of those products, whether it is a hairstylist or just an average woman who wants to use things, because a lot of women are really interested in hair and hair care. But yes, we hope to do that in-house and manage it. And all they have to do is then the orders come through their own individual portals, and then we just ship direct. So they won't have to carry products on hand as well.
Good morning. Great presentation. I had to stand up because I don't think you could see me. Anyway, question. I have a couple of questions. Is it an app, or is it just go online on a website?
It's currently right now just going online on the website.
Okay. And then within the beauty industry, a recommendation, because I'm not sure how long you've been in business? 2 months?
Yeah, less than a year since last October.
So congratulations, first of all. But where I was headed at is within the beauty industry, is there some type of good housekeeping seal that you could try to get, which would help in terms of credibility for people who don't know your product, and it's something that you could obviously promote on social media and all your marketing efforts?
There actually isn't any standards in hair care that says, oh, this product does this and it's great at it. It's really driven by customer reviews. That's really what gets you over the hump and your entry to the marketplace. Those influencers are so key.
No, I agree about the influencers. Okay, so interesting. The other thought then I had was for you to partner with somebody like, I don't know, Dallas Women's Foundation or D Magazine, because them voting on it will get you kind of the reviews and the likes that way, but from a different group too, so you can kind of attack it from different angles.
Absolutely.
Great idea. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Not thinking in terms of partnerships necessarily, but in terms of competition. Like when you first started giving your presentation, I thought about Carol's daughter. How could we not? And so I see that she has pretty widespread distribution now. And there's a couple of others, or they the curly chicks or something like that, the sisters or friends who have the naturally curly hair. Curls, that's what it is, because I look for that from my daughter sometimes because her hair is very different than my own. And so I'm just curious to know, like, when you think about your retail strategy, it's like how do you compete with someone like Carol's daughter who's been in the market like for more than a decade, obviously, and has, you know, obviously a great presence online. You can find her in Essence Magazine. I mean, they are spending a ton of money on marketing. And I don't know if that's what you're planning to do. That's very expensive to go about it in the way that she has done. She's been successful, but very costly.
Yeah, well, we have identified that, but we're in a new phase where customers are realizing that mass-produced products really just doesn't work. We are looking for something that will take our individuality into consideration as we cater services. Just like you go to the doctor. You don't want the same care plan as someone else who just left. So I think with that being said, it is still about the education. The marketing piece is really key. We are looking for funding to start that marketing piece, to really get out there and make a widespread noise in the community of hair care, to really revolutionize it and disrupt that market. So just to bring in that awareness to it, that finally someone is here that is listening. We care about you. That's the reason why we offer those consultative services, because you can go and buy that, but then what happens when you get it home? We all know that YouTube is very passive of way of learning anything. So here we are saying that, okay, buy our product, but on the back end, I'm going to help you use this product. I'm going to help you get that result that you're also looking for. So that's kind of our product differentiation as well.
So you're not going to rely mainly on the mass distribution. What about those margins, though? Let's talk about that.
Sure.
Like, how do your margins compare to someone like Curls?
Well, mind you, they mass produce. So their margins are probably higher than ours because it actually takes women power to make this. So right now, in terms of margin, of course, their margins are going to be way higher than ours because we're still in-house and we're still physically making it ourselves.
But we also look at it as far as price point. We don't necessarily charge a lot more, but a little bit more because it's a customized product, and the consumer usually is comfortable paying more for a customizable product.
So this shampoo versus another one at Target, how much is it?
At Target,
It's still $15.99.
$15.99. Okay, that's not bad.
that's not bad. We spent $15.99 on some
Some of the kids' products, Honest products, cost $15.99.
Yes, true. That's true. Oh, I'm calling out people like this in my classroom.
Hi, good morning, ladies. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. I had a question for you. Are you considering partnering with any of the natural hair care salons that are throughout Dallas? That would be a wonderful entree for you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, it's really hard to find a natural hairstylist.
That doesn't have their own product line already. That's the other caveat. So we find them, and then they already have their own products that they've created themselves. So it's kind of difficult to find those partnerships. But yes, that's our ultimate goal, because what we've identified is the natural hair care stylist is our biggest ally. They're the ones who know the hair. They know and understand the products that we use. It's less learning curve there when you have to work with them, and so they're able to easily communicate that to their customers. But it's just a matter of finding them.
Okay. And my second question is in reference to the customizable product. On average, say I went to your website, I decided that I wanted my particular brand, I wanted a particular scent. How long would it take from order to final processing and shipping for me to receive?
We'll usually get it out within 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. So we're at the time. We don't ship international yet, though. We do get a lot of that questions as well.
As long as you're in the U.S.
Hi, ladies. I think it's a
Hi.
great presentation.
Thank
We're
you.
definitely going to do a hair party.
Oh,
But into reference to Malithia's comment about Carol's daughter is owned by L'Oreal.
Yes.
So therefore, it's kind of like, are we, for me, this is a question kind of for the panel and just kind of for the higher ups. When your businesses are starting, should I compare my business to somebody that is backed by a bigger company, or should I more like follow their brand when they first started out, I guess, as far as just the Carol's daughter's reference? So I guess Malithia is I'm kind of asking Malithia, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want us to compare
I'm not supposed to. Well, the reason I asked about it is because, for people who don't know about Carol's daughter, they started off really in the same way as their company is. So I can't remember if it's the grandmother, the mother, the name, that's where it came from, Carol's daughter. And so it started off in the same way. She was making products on her own, and I've kind of watched them and read about them over the years. So I would think that it's appropriate for them to kind of compare themselves to when they started and how they've, really progressed over time and grown into their retail distribution strategy, because they weren't backed by, L'Oreal earlier on. So that's part of the question in terms of their growth strategy, their retail strategy, is are you looking to kind of follow her path and eventually be acquired by a company like L'Oreal?
And I think that that's where a lot of natural hair care products lose their customer base, is because once you start going mainstream, L'Oreal, Mary Kay, then it's like, are you really talking to me as that consumer of natural hair care? And so that's it's a really like,
Yeah, I
it's a
agree
fine
with you.
line.
I agree with you completely. I would say that for them, if they could, I would say the Mary Kay model is different, obviously, than a L'Oreal model, because then it's not mass distribution, and it's still a personalized, customized product. It's just that they're able to easily access a secondary market. They're able to forego shipping costs and other things because they have spokespeople. They have, people on the ground going and doing these house parties, and they can get massive growth in that way, and they can still maintain the quality control of their product because it still comes from essentially them. So I think that's a better model for them. I think it's smart to partner with the natural hair care salons. I also think it's smart to start your own salon. That's what I would recommend. That also covers not only hair care, but body care, spa care. I am a lover of spas, and there's not a lot of spas that cater to African American hair care, curly hair care. There are so many mixed race people, biracial people. Everybody has different hair, skin to a certain extent too, and you know that better than I do since you're a doctor. So I think that there's a lot of different things that they could do, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend the Carol's daughter strategy, but you should be mindful of it. That's what I would recommend to everybody, is just be mindful of how people achieve their growth.
Hi, that was really excellent. I had a couple observations. Again, maybe I'm nuts. The teal from the back is a little hard to see. The teal text is sort of take it for what it's worth. But you had a real money slide in there, the assessment customized and real results. And I think you can turn that up a lot louder. And maybe rather than mixing nouns and verbs, this will sound silly, but you're mixing nouns and verbs in it, I would say assess, customize, confidently, whatever.
Okay.
And now that slide, instead of being a slide, can be a tagline or a log line. I don't know what goes after confidently.
I like
I'll let
that.
you guys decide
I like
that.
it.
I love it.
Just my thought.
Okay, thank you.
That's good. That's perfect. Yeah. Fast, customized results. I like it. That's good. It makes sense. I like it. Good job.
Great presentation. I know you guys were talking about getting into retail and direct sales first and everything. Have y'all also thought about Amazon? Are you with Amazon as well? It's just as far as from my point of view, having taken a product before as a doctor to an inventor to market, and when you're a small guy, trying to compete with shelf space is really difficult. What the beauty of Amazon, whether you love them or like them, and sometimes I love them and sometimes I like them, or I hate them, but it's just the fact that when you're a small guy, you can get your name out in front of millions of people, and the margins that they charge you can be offset by the same amount you're going to pay for the other dollars that you spend doing other things as well. So just a thought, if you haven't already thought about Amazon, I would definitely think about that.
We have actually thought about it ourselves, but it would take the customizable component out of it, and that's really kind of the the main point of our product. So it's like, how would we take them to the website to do the customization of the assessment to get them all the way back to Amazon? We don't want to lose that or create a negative customer experience. So that's where our challenge has been as far as taking it straight to Amazon is the assessment is really a big part of the product.
So along those lines, I had the scalability question right on the outbound side. And so with e-commerce, I think point and click. And so, but there's probably only so many configurations, kit, if you will, that are probable, that make sense. So could you kit those in a way that still feels customizable and then add a custom scent? Or could you take a base story and say, hey, this is the curly package plus add your scent? Like, I know they do have products where you can choose a base package and then one little accent that they always ask you when you order through, and then it drops in the box and it goes with it.
Yes, that's really when you return as a customer. You'll have it in your own profile, so we'll know you want this, this is my scent. And it's easier to get it out to you once we know your assessment as well and we already built it.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, considering the other channels, right, the Amazon-like channels where you can't, right now you're forcing everybody to your website, and so that is more custom. But anyway, just,
Right.
it's not to take away from that, just another thought on that side. And then on the front end, the manufacturing side, have y'all had a chance with your margins then to go vet, okay, what does it cost an outside place to, and I don't mean mass produce, but even just get it out of the house, and packaging and those kinds of things?
We have. We are
Okay.
actually in the process of looking at changing packaging, ways to reduce our costs that way as well. We have talked to contract manufacturers as well, what would it cost. The problem is volume. You have to buy so much of it. So right now, as we're building the system and building the brand, we have to basically be able to pay for that volume to be able to ship it out and be more cost effective.
Getting my exercise, hang on. Got all the knees I needed.
Hi, ladies. Great presentation. One of the things, as he brought up Amazon, that came to mind was, have you considered the subscription box model as a way to have a custom, once these ladies create a profile, every quarter, every month, just having a box shipped to them with all those products?
Yes. You can do it monthly or bi-monthly. We've identified that women we have some women that do it monthly or they do it bi-monthly. So we give you an option to do that, yes.
So he took my first question, but that means great minds think alike. Part two to that was maybe, more of a suggestion, I guess, rather than a question, but something around the Stitch Fix model too. So maybe more of like a trial. So if I want to try out a couple scents, I can do that on a subscription basis for a bit and then commit to a larger purchase later on. Maybe convert that subscription into a larger product. But it might be a nice way also to get a client on board and acquainted with the different varieties that you offer. And then when they do commit to that larger purchase, they're really locked in there.
Yes, we have thought about that, a trial set that you can do, and then it can roll over into that subscription model. Yes, we have thought about that. So thank you.
Awesome presentation. My thoughts is kind of building off what he was saying, like ways to get into the Amazon market, is that you don't want to lose the customization, but at the same time, you also want to kind of access the mass market.
Yeah.
Over time, you're going to find that you're going to have some hair profiles, I would say, that will be more common. As you're starting to see more, maybe you can package those and then sell those via that channel. That way, if people can pre-identify if they already know their hair, and you have a profile that matches that, then you could mass market that, and then you can go into the mass market side with those type of products and still offer customization if they want that.
Yes, that is true. So right now on our website, you can customize it or you can shop now direct. If you shop now direct, we'll just give you our signature scent, really. But if you wanted to customize it, then you'll go through the whole assessment, and then we'll go through customizing it down to the scent that you're looking for.
And another thing that we really have found an appreciation for the assessment, we've had over, 3,000 people take an assessment probably at this point since like January, is the data that we receive from these assessments. And so we're able to pinpoint which systems are more popular, which scents are more popular among our customers. And so once we collect more data and we have more information, we really do think that will help us have a better retail strategy. So we'll know what to put out there in front versus just the all-inclusive customization process.
Okay, so before I ask the final question, I first have to make a couple comments. We've all talked about in our previous conversations where this conversation would go. We cover the entire gamut. Things we tried, we were going to stay away from, we covered. So what everybody should know is phase 2 of the program really is to do more of the scaling, to have other people customize the program, have them learn the passion that these two ladies have is a challenge. So for them to be able to have it grow and scale quickly is going to be difficult. They're looking to phase 1, grow it themselves before they go on to have somebody else sell it for them. You communicated that very well, and again, it's going to be difficult to find someone that has a passion and knowledge that y'all have. However, it can happen over a period of time, and I think the information you've gotten from the audience has been very, 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 very good. So, all right. Wait, one
Just
more question,
quickly,
then I have to
Matt,
ask my final question. Can we do it?
One thing that you brought up, not just the passion that we have, but the integrity of the products. Like the way that we source our products, how we make the products. If we move too fast, all of that will be stripped away. So again, like he said, finding someone who has the same passion that we have to maintain that integrity of the products and of the actual different ingredients that we use is one of our biggest things, and we'll wait for that.
Well, on top of that, when you find the manufacturer who's going to do that for you, the quality control they have has got to match what you guys have already put in, and there is a challenge with that. And so, as far as you know, opposed to finding a third-party fulfillment house, you know, maybe it grows there slowly, but then you go into your own facility and you have your own control. There's a lot, you know, that's a different subject that you and we can talk about, but you definitely know it and you've thought about it, and it's not like it's something new to you. So let's ask one more question, and I'll ask my final question.
Good morning, ladies. Just out of curiosity, it's kind of a two-part question, if that's okay. Do you have any hair tips that you could share with ladies for free? Would you say, could you come up with 101 hair tips that you could share for free?
Yes.
Start a YouTube channel and share those hair tips for free, and then at the end, you know, kind of just add a little thing about your product and like that, because it's about adding value. You add value first, and then you let them know about the product casually without really selling it.
That's what our whole social media thing is about.
Okay.
I do nothing but hair tips. I educate you, but we also show the product in real time. I'm not selling you anything. I'm just telling you about it. I tell you what's in it, and I tell you what it does too, because that's really key. We've identified education is the key to this thing and building that brand awareness. So all of our videos, we do have a YouTube channel. It's not our faces, you don't see us, but you'll see real customers using the products. Some customers are talking about it, that type of thing. But then usually we use our social media really for that. It's just the education.
I would challenge you to put your face out there.
I know, everybody's telling me that.
And I mean, just get used to it. The first 10 videos will probably be ugly, trust me, because mine are ugly. They're still out there though. But I promise you, by the time you get to about video number 20, you're gonna be going.
Okay, I like it.
All right, and just give a free hair tip, because I'm pretty sure ladies go out there and look for hair tips, right?
Yes,
I'll go look for tips on stuff on YouTube, so I'm sure ladies do the same.
Yes.
So make it to where you're one of the top ones.
Okay, thank you.
Especially tips on growing more hair.
Trust me, that's everybody.
Okay, we're going to have to cut it off, even though there are a lot more questions, obviously, and y'all will hang around afterwards to answer more questions. I don't know how Rodney has kept quiet the entire time, because you're sitting here, he's talking to himself, but he's not communicating to the rest of us. So in any event, there will be more questions. But my question for y'all is, what can we do to help you succeed and grow your mission?
Well, we're always looking for funding. That's number one, really to help us with our marketing strategies. We're always looking for suppliers, really to help us reduce our costs, whether it's bottlings, whether it's raw materials. Labels is a huge one as well. Anyone that is a hairstylist, an influencer, who want to really partner with us to help us fulfill our mission. Confidence breeds beauty.
Awesome.
Anybody can throw a hair party as well.
We got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Thank you all so much. We appreciate it.